vlogs that I filmed from when I was 19, 20 years old. Woo, loopy, like, nurse, she's out. Would you think she's like, would you look at me and think, oh, she's got her hair in 2 braids, she's a bum, she's childish? No, I hope not. Wait. Why do I always get so shy? Oh my goodness. I feel like you're really here with me, like I'm giving a presentation to my 112 subscribers. Anyway, hey babes, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Chrisley Gabrielle. Anyway, today, as you can see by the title, we're doing something different. There's a lot that I want to yap about, so I think this is gonna be a very talkative vlog. If that's not your thing, then it probably isn't gonna be the vlog for you, because I doubt I'm gonna go anywhere in this vlog. This is kind of just gonna be a week in my, while I keep looking away, it's like I can't even make eye contact with you. It's literally just going to be a week in my life at home. So nothing crazy. It's gonna be a cozy week. I'm in my usual like tracksuit, but it's not even that chilly. When it's super chilly outside, you can really feel it in the house. I do have like central heating and cooling and whatever, central AC, whatever, you know, throughout my entire house. And usually when it's like super chilly, I need to turn the heat on. But I'm gonna try and still have a cozy week, even though the weather's really nice. It's such, guys, autumn in Australia. This is like the feeling I remember of autumn as a kid. I always tell people my favorite, I don't have a favorite season really. I really like all the seasons because I like all that comes with them. Like I said, this is gonna be a yappy vlog. I am gonna do stuff, we're gonna get into that. Let me just yap for at least 10 minutes. I like the stuff that comes with all the season. Like each season has its own little flavors. But autumn, like blue skies, sun is out, it's warm, but there's also that crisp, chill feel in the air that's like, oh, I could go home and have some soup, but also like a cold glass of apple juice or something. Do you know what I mean? That's the feeling that I remember as a kid in autumn. And I feel like as an adult, once you start working, you kind of lose that joy of loving the seasons. And I see this, it doesn't matter really what country. Obviously I grew up in New Zealand. I wasn't born in New Zealand, but I grew up in New Zealand. And I see this no matter where people live. Anytime like I see someone saying, oh, I want to go to, like, let's take England for example. Oh, I'd love to go to the Cotswolds in autumn or whatever, and then there's always going to be the comments, oh, you just wait till it rains. Just what? Why are you taking the joy out of now? Like, comparison is a thief of joy, truly. Because why can people just never live in the current season? I feel like social media has made this so bad, especially if you're a girly on this side of the world. Like if you're in Australia, New Zealand, whatever, you know what I mean. And then we are seeing like all the European, American, UK girlies enjoy spring right now, and it's autumn. And then sometimes I see girls like, oh, this just makes me like want spring. Same goes when we're in winter, they're in summer, and girls like, can't wait for summer. I'm like, not even girls, sir. Why am I saying girls? I can only say girls because I only follow girls. So this is not a gender thing. Don't cancel me. I literally only follow girls, so I only see girls, so I'm speaking from what I see. Let me just say people I follow, or not even follow, just things I see online. I can't wait for summer. It's always like the opposite season, or the season the other side of the world is in. I'm like, just enjoy your season, romanticize your season, and you'll be fine. And even moving to Australia, I remember doing so much research before coming here, and there would be so many comments, TikToks, whatever it is, saying, why would you want to move to Australia? Why you want to come? Because I want to. And I've been here for 5 months now, and I love it. And I know if this video, if 5 billion people saw this video, I can guarantee you they'll be coming and say, oh, you just wait till you've been here. What? I'm not gonna wait till I've been here 1 year. I'm gonna live in my now. Like, why are we always trying to live in the future? Like, can I not just enjoy now? I have enjoyed the past 5 months, and I'm going to continue living in my moment. I'm going to continue enjoying the current season and not romanticizing somebody else's life in the other side of the world. Like, yes, when it's October, the burr months, and those girlies and those babes have their pumpkin patch and their orange and brown, like, I feel like that just feels so right for the burr months, because it's when everything gets cozy. But I'm like, everything gets cozy because of America. Like, they're the ones that started this, you know what I mean? That got really deep really quickly, but it's like, that's the point of the vlog. We're having a cozy autumn vlog because it's autumn in Australia, and I love it. I want to get some more like autumn things to kind of make my house feel more autumn, because currently I've got this pumpkin that lights up and 2 mugs to match it that my beautiful lovely friends got me, and I love it. Like, without them getting me that, I probably would have no. I have pumpkins. Where are those? Are those in New Zealand? Or are they in my storage? Sorry. But anyway, that's the point of this vlog. Enjoying. Hopefully this vlog goes up while it's still autumn. If you know me, you know I have a problem with posting my content within the time that I took the content. For example, I have a series currently going on my Instagram that I kind of took over to TikTok, and it's called Clearing Out My Camera Roll, because when I tell you, I have vlogs that I filmed from when I was 19, 20 years old. Probably 18 too. Vlogs, YouTube vlogs. Guys, like 7+ years ago, 6+ years ago, 5+ years ago, I have content. I have content sitting in my camera rolls, sitting on my hard drive, that may not ever see the light of day. But the content I'm currently posting in my series is like content that I filmed to be posted. And I think I've only done like 9 reels so far. I really need to get back into that. This week we're gonna be on our Zoom editing, posting hopefully. So hopefully, I'm currently editing my first vlog 2026, my first vlog in Melbourne, Australia, and I'm hoping that can go up in the next 2 weeks. I'm hoping the editing will be done this week, and I will just be proofing, going over it next week. And I'm thinking next Sunday, which means I need it to be done this week so that I can post that a vlog is coming all week and get people excited, and hopefully I get more views than my sister and my dad. They really are the two, like, without a doubt, my siblings. And when I say my siblings, like, I have a lot of siblings, okay? I have a lot of siblings, so many. But when I say my siblings, I don't just mean like my sisters and my brothers. I mean like their partners, my man's siblings partners, like to me, those are my siblings. Like, what, like, why do we need an in-law? Be for real, you're my sibling. So I can count on them to watch my content. And then I've got my ride or die girlies. My last job, my last corporate job is like, if you girlies are watching this, the way you guys hype me up, the way you guys hype me up, thank you. Like, they're always in my likes, they comment, it's just what I need. So this video is for but if you are someone who's like just found my video and you're not subscribed and you've just organically found me, hey, thank you so much for being here. And please comment below and tell me where you're watching from. Oh, and my cousins will watch my vlog. They be supporting me for sure. My mom's side and my dad's side for sure. But anyway, what else do we need? I think let's like get into the vlog and continue yapping. Like I said, this is gonna be a week in my life at home, cozy autumn, just vibes. The weather's so good today. I always like to start my day off with a workout. I didn't work out today, even though it's Monday. My body, I was a bit sick last night, and I'm at the end of my cycle, so my body's like, let's not. I was gonna do yoga, but literally we just need to not do anything. We just need to woosah, okay? So, but usually I'll start my day off with my workout and then I'll get into my day. But I haven't had my drink that I make every morning. So I have my little blood sugar babe. Sorry if my hands are really dry. They are actually, because I was about to get baking. This is my blood sugar babe by Eve. This is literally my own inositol, and this helps my blood sugar and my hormones. Like, I can't tell you the difference that I notice when I drink this compared to when I don't is wild. So I like to have, I think you're supposed to have a teaspoon. I usually do a teaspoon. Oh, take one, so 4 grams is 1.5 teaspoons mixed with water. So I usually just do one like kind of semi-heaped teaspoon in my water, and then I go stand at my door and just get some fresh air. You might be wondering, why am I closing it? I'm about to make it. You might be wondering, like, why are you standing at the door? Like, why not just go into your backyard? We'll get into that. Let's mix up the drink first. I'm trying out new dishwasher like paper things. They're not tablets, they're actual sheets. Not sure if I like them yet. Anyway, I take about this much. That might be a little too much, but like surely that's 4 grams. Okay, and then because I don't want to have cold fridge water in the morning, I just take some from my bottle because this keeps it cool. And usually my boyfriend refills my water for me before he goes to work. So, and then I just mix it up. And it literally, okay, so it says that it has no taste, but to me it has a slight taste. And not a flavor, but it just tastes slightly sweet, like almost as if you're drinking like sugar water nearly, but very, very, very diluted. Like it just has a very, very slight sweet taste. Go stand at my door and drink my water. I'll take you guys over there and then we'll come back and I'll explain to you why I only stand at the door. I just finished having my blood sugar babe. So I usually just stay at the door for about 10 minutes just so that I can kind of ground myself and just breathe some fresh air in. I literally, when I stand there, I literally only open it like a gap. And when I mean a gap, I mean a gap. Like enough for like my body just stand there and fresh air flows in. Ignore my tripod on my kitchen counter, but I have yet to actually, like, since sort of moving into this house, I'm yet to step foot outside into my backyard. And yeah, and the whole reason is I live in Australia. Like so when I first got here, I was really scared that I was gonna go out there and there's gonna be all sorts of creepy crawlies, and I'm not a bug person. When spiders in the house, I can manage like putting something on it, like a container, to like get it in a container and put the lid on and get it out the house. I can manage that. But if I was to be outside, like, I'm in their territory. And I'm not crazy scared of spiders. It just depends on what kind of spiders. Like, we've had a couple of big spiders in the house and it has freaked me out. We've had one in the shower. We've had one come straight into the room as we were just chilling, watching TV. And it goes straight into my, like, walk-in wardrobe. Thank God it didn't, like, go somewhere where I couldn't find it. My boyfriend just like picked it up and got it out of the house. But I am so scared to just like chill outside. And I want to say maybe like a month ago, I was like, you know what, today's gonna be the day I face my fear. I'm gonna enjoy my blood sugar babe outside and I'm gonna challenge myself. Also, the other thing is I'm allergic to bees. I'm allergic to these things, and I have, people might laugh at me for this, but whatever, I'm used to it by now. I have a crazy phobia of butterflies. And it's not just butterflies, it's like moths. Even just talking about it now, I can feel my heart like racing. But especially like monarch butterflies, the little white butterflies frighten me, but I'm kind of used to them from like going on my walks. Like they always like, don't come near me, but like I can handle it being with maybe within 5 feet of me. But if it was a monarch, like, I'm actually feeling sick to my stomach just speaking about, like, I don't know. I know it's a real phobia, I've searched it up, but just like, why me? Why the cottage fairy whimsical core girly had to have a phobia of butterflies and an allergy to these things? Like, I just want to be outside frolicking in a little garden, playing with little bunnies and ducks and ladybugs. And that's what I had to be scared of and allergic to. Like, I would be unstoppable if I wasn't so deathly afraid of butterflies and deathly literal had to avoid bees. Like, I would be outside all day rolling in the grass. I wish I had actual grass, because then I could just go out there barefoot, but I have turf. And obviously I don't want to enrich myself in plastic grass. So about a month ago I was like, I'm going to face my fears. As within like 5 minutes of me standing there with the door open, I see something like this black thing fly into my house. I'm just like, oh, it must have been a fly. And then like, I think like a ladybug flew in. Like there was probably like 5 bugs within a few minutes I was standing there, and I just thought, this is what I get. This is what I get for trying to be brave. I put the ladybug outside, but I had no idea what the black, like what flew. I just thought it was a big black fly. Anyway, it was super early. I think I was just about to do my workout. So I do my workout, I go to shower. I get like in the shower, and as I'm closing my shower door, I'm like, oh, let me just bring the bath mat a little bit closer. So when I step out, I pull the bath mat with my foot, and there is a cricket. There was a cricket under my bath mat. I'm like, is this what flew into my house? I was terrified. Lucky it was like the way my shower door opens. If I open my shower door, it would have kind of been behind it. So I was about to have an everything shower. So shave, wash my hair, you know. I turned off the shower so fast. I text my boyfriend and I'm like, I'm scared. I grabbed my shampoo, I grabbed my conditioner, I grabbed my shaving stick, and I came to my main bathroom because I was in my ensuite. I came to my main bathroom. I closed my bathroom door, my ensuite bathroom door, and I like sealed the gap with like bath towels so that my boyfriend could come and take care of it when he got home from work, because I have PTSD with crickets. If you know, you know. That's probably something only my siblings and my mom knows the reason, but like crickets and me don't go together at all. And when I watch cartoons and like Disney, I used to love Jiminy Cricket. I was thinking, oh, crickets are so cute. Oh, now please stay away from me. But anyway, I've been talking way too much. I said let me just talk for 10 minutes, and it's turned into what, half an hour of me talking already, probably. I don't know. It's probably dramatic. I've probably been talking for maybe 20 minutes, but it's close enough to half an hour. I don't want this vlog to be, wait, this vlog is gonna be crazy long because it's a whole week. Hopefully it's, what length vlogs do you guys like? Because when I watch vlogs, I like the long vlogs, I like the hour vlogs, I like the 45-minute vlogs. Damn, I like the hour plus vlogs, I like the movies. But when I think about editing, even reels, I'm like, oh, this reel is 2 minutes. Like, who's actually gonna watch this? And I proved myself right again, because when you check your analytics and you can see the watch time of like when viewers tapped out of watching, I'm like, yeah, I knew it. But hey, whatever. This is more of me documenting my life than it is creating it for other people. But this week, like I said, we're gonna do a cozy full week. So I think we're gonna start off with making some bread. I like to make bread usually like at the start of the week. So I think this is perfect start to this vlog, perfect start to Monday. And I do want to yap a little bit as I'm making the bread, but I also really want to watch Stephanie Boyer's vlog. Oh, I still feel a little sick from last night. I wonder if I should make 2 loaves. Those. This is my flour sifter. You can just use a regular sieve. Oops, sorry. So that I can actually put like my spoons and stuff on the tea towel rather than directly on the counter. Another thing of putting a tea towel down when you bake, you can just use it to dry anything you need to. Should I pop you guys down so you can see it? You know, just staring at my beautiful face. That was your elevator music going down. Hope you enjoyed. So I've got my measuring spoons, my sieve, my bowl, obviously. That doesn't need to be on the tea towel. What else? Ingredients out, I guess. Flour. Oh my gosh. I nearly dropped my yeast. Look at how I picked it up. I nearly, lucky I was holding that whole thing. Would have just collapsed. It's basically all that I use for my bread. I usually just make plain, but I feel like savor bread and I might make sweet bread later on in this week. So we're gonna start off with our yeast and our warm water, and we're just gonna leave that in the bowl to activate the yeast for about 15 minutes. So let's start with that. I boiled my water about maybe 40 minutes ago, 40 minutes to an hour. So it's still hot, but once I have it in here, after a few minutes it does cool down a lot. You just want your water to be very warm. You don't want it to be boiling. You don't want it to be cool. You don't want it to be room temperature. You want it to be very warm. So right now it's hot. So I'm gonna let that just cool in the bowl for about 5 minutes. And I'm kind of used to eyeballing how much I use. So it depends how much you want to make. If you want me to do like an actual detailed recipe where I actually measure, I can in another vlog. I can do that in my next vlog maybe and share that with you, because like I said, I like to make bread at the start of the week so that during the week I can use it for like soups, breakfast, anything I want. So I'm gonna let this cool down, and then I'm gonna add, I do measure my yeast. I usually do about 2 teaspoons. I want to say 2 teaspoons, obviously, just depending on how much I'm making, but I'm gonna do 2 teaspoons because obviously I'm just making 1 loaf. So yeah, I've been talking so much already. Like, how do people do these at-home vlogs and not just talk for 45 hours? I don't know. You guys are stronger than me. There's so much that I want to talk to you guys about, but I just feel like you're getting sick of me talking already. But let me just talk. I'm gonna add my yeast in a second. So while I wait for this to cool down, let me just get this off my chest, because like I said, this is kind of like my bacon yap session. I'm gonna try and do a bacon yap in each vlog. Maybe I'll even make bacon yaps their own vlog. It sounds like I'm saying bacon yap. No, bake and yap. Because I love to bake and I love to yap. So I just want to say this. My hair, you can see me fidgeting with my hair a lot already probably. So I had everything showered this morning. So I washed her and I just put her in these 2 little cute braids. They're kind of unraveling as my hair's drying. See the little curls. But this is something that I wanted to say, is that I feel like we're in a time where it is so cookie cutter on social media, but at the same time people are starting to finally be themselves a bit more. And when I first started vlogging in 2019, my first vlog, I want to say, was 50% me, 50% what was funny and trendy at the time. My first vlog, it's not up at the moment, but it was a mukbang. I remember I ate sows and it was just a get to know me mukbang. And I remember feeling like, oh, my vlogs need to, does anyone else's mom or parents email me? Like, throughout the day, my mom just emails me sometimes, even though we'll be like talking or like messaging, she'll like send me email. Oh gosh, here we go. But anyway, let me just fast forward to the point. I want to feel like I'm being myself on YouTube. I want to feel like I'm being myself on all my social platforms, because the whole reason I started posting was because I always loved capturing moments, being authentic, being myself. But I feel like part of me was always trying to be the girl that fit in and kind of follow what other people were doing. And for a long time on social media, I felt like there was a certain way that you like had to be a baddie, or you know, you had to have your hair done, you have to have your nails done, you have to have your makeup done to post. And that is just not me at all. Anyone who truly knows my soul knows that the things that I love is nothing like that. Yeah, I'll get dressed and be a baddie, I'll pop out every now and then, but it's not who I am, and it's not how I want my content to feel. I don't want people to come to my page and just think, oh, she's a baddie. If I run out of I thought I ran out of space on my SD card. I was like, there's no way. I had like 280 minutes. No, I was just talking too much on my camera. Shut off on me. Sorry. Got distracted by my mom's email again. I don't want people to come to my page and just think, oh, she's a baddie. Makeup's tea. Body's tea. Outfit's tea. Yeah, I think that, but that's not all. That's not the only part of me. That's not all that I am. Growing up, I was literally, I didn't know any black people. I didn't know any black kids. I had no black friends. None. I think in my primary school, there was maybe, was there any other African girls in my year? In my actual year group in primary school, I don't think we had another African girl. Did we? We had other Africans, but just not in my year. There was a boy my age, I remember, who was South African. There was a girl younger than me, she was white South African. Another girl younger than me was also South African. But like, in terms of my friends, my friend group, I did not have a single African friend. It was really hard for me to identify like as an African, because I just remember growing up thinking like, you know, like, why couldn't I just be white? Like, why couldn't I be Pacific Island? Why, you know what I mean? And I felt like there was no one who I was very similar to. Yes, I had friends, yes, I had best friends that we had similar interests, but you know when you find people online and you're like, oh my gosh, they like the same books I like, they like the same music I like, they like dressing, like, I never experienced that. And I always thought it was so interesting, like how wild my imagination was as a kid. I used to make up situations in my head, and I think this also came with like being by myself a lot, and even at home, kind of just like being the only kid. And when I say kid, I mean like not a teenager. When in this scenario, like I would just make up crazy things in my head, and I don't mean like I was woo loopy, like nurse, she's out, not like that. I just mean I remember playing with my Barbies, and I would create entire scenarios and situations, and like I would actually see it so clearly in my head. Like, you cannot tell me that my Barbies were not alive. You cannot tell me my Bratz dolls were not alive. Even the books I read, like, were so fairy core. I used to love fairy books. I used to love mysteries, anything just fantasy. That's the right word for me. If you just think fantasy, whimsical, Disney, princess, that was the type of kid I was. I loved reading. I loved reading books. Like, I would rather be in the library at lunchtime reading a book than be outside playing on the playground. And if I was outside in my primary, I would want to like play make-believe. I would want to have crazy like, I would just want to have fun. I remember at my primary school we had this huge rock, and we literally called it the Rock. Like, oh, let's go to the Rock at lunchtime. And I would just think, like, say to my friends, like, oh, let's pretend the Rock is like a pirate ship, and there's little gnomes and gargoyles in the field, and we have to, the Rock is our safe spot. Like, that was the type of girl I am. And growing up, and obviously my generation, we kind of watched this toxic side of social media come out, this side of this Instagram and Twitter. Like, I feel like people older than us forget that we as kids, like, this is what we saw. This is what we saw kind of going into being a preteen, being a teenager, being a young adult, being an adult, was very heavily influenced by social media. So now that I'm like in my mid to late 20s, I'm just like, I do not want to watch my vlogs or watch my content in 20 years, 10 years, 5 years and think like, who was that girl? Like, that girl's not me. Like, that's not my personality. That's not the authentic Kersley. And so that's what the vlogs are gonna feel like now. If you're into the whole baddie lifestyle, you just want to see me living lavish, traveling, this is probably not going to be the channel for that. Like, I'm so sorry. Don't get me wrong, I love watching those girls, okay? Like, anyone knows me, Aaliyah's Face is my favorite YouTuber. She's my favorite girl. She's that girl, okay? Yes, there are certain things that about her that I'm like, I aspire to be that. I aspire to have that. But I can't say, like, if that's your sort of vlog and you only like that style of vlogging and that style of lifestyle, you're not gonna find that here. I've recently started watching cozier vloggers, and I'm not saying I'm gonna give up on my girls. I'm still gonna watch my girls, but when I watch these cozy vlogs and these more like homey vlogs, and they just feel so natural, and it's just them doing things, they're not doing anything crazy, like they're just at home or just hanging out with their friends. I'm not saying these bigger vloggers and like beauty baddie vloggers aren't that. It's just there's a difference between putting on a $2,000 dress and a $3,000 bag and a $500 pair of shoes, and you know, to, oh, here's my cute little cozy sweater that I got. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, I'm not hating on these girls. I just want to emphasize that. I just want to say that me, I'm gonna add my yeast in now, that I'm a cozy vlogger, and I'm starting to realize that now, and I want my vlogs to feel like that, because that's who I am. That's my personality. Everyone's always like, oh, she's so cottagecore, she's so whimsical. And when people say this to me, I'm like, yeah, I am, but that doesn't really come across in my content. And I want it to come across in my content now. I don't want people, like, if I told a stranger this and they came to my Instagram page, she'll think, like, where? Like, that's not what your content is giving at all. And I don't want that. That is I want it to be a true reflection of myself. So in saying that, I'm at a point now where I'm like, social media has made people think like, oh, you need to have a slick back to be put together, you need to have perfect skin, live a certain way, eat a certain way, dress a certain way. I'm done with that. I want to be myself. I don't need a slick back and gel and edges to feel put together. My 2 little braids right now, I feel cute. My grandma's sister, she has her hair like this all the time, and I think she's adorable. So like, why would I not think I'm adorable if I do it? Do I look crazy right now? No. Would you think she's like, would you look at me and think, oh, she's got her hair in 2 braids, she's a bum, she's childish? No, I hope not, because I would never say that about anyone. So that's my point, is that you're not gonna see a refined, this social media slick back. And I'm not saying I don't like the clean girl aesthetic. I love the clean girl aesthetic, okay? I'm still gonna do a little slick back here and there. But when I'm at home, just chilling, just being myself, like, I used to think that even at home I needed to do a slick back. I needed to, you know, be on my game. You don't, Pookie. You don't. Wear your little braids. Wear your messy bun. To me, feeling put together is at least having my hair brushed and done, having earrings in, being in a matching set. That's me speaking. A matching set, or just like coordinate the colors. Did I say earrings in? If I didn't, earrings in, and my essential oils, and I feel put together. I feel ready to go. I can conquer the world. Like, I don't need to have my hair laid like I'm an ice skater with wearing a $500, $600 bottle of perfume with Cartier, Chanel, all sorts of jewelry on. You don't need that to feel put together. That's the other thing. Live within your means. These influencers that you see doing this, it's within their means. I'm not saying that if I ever got rich, I'm gonna go out and buy me some Cartier. I might, but it's like, I don't have to. Do you know what I mean? You don't, if you're living paycheck to paycheck, don't try and copy these people on social media. Wait, this tea towel's a bit raggedy. These people on social media who are making 5-6 figures. Don't do that. Don't do that. But anyway, I do not mean for me to talk for that long, but hopefully you're still here. And if you are, I love you. I think we'll get more into this maybe later or in another vlog, because I feel like if I keep talking about this, I could talk about this whole vlog, a whole 3-hour vlog. Like, the moral of the story is, yes, I live in this beautiful modern house, but it's just the shell. It's just the shell of my house. It's just how it was designed. I didn't design it. Yes, I wanted to have this light white shell modern home because it was kind of like my base for me to work with, to use a lot of color in. I didn't want to get a house that had a radiant color in it and feel limited. I wanted a white house so that I could put, I want a big white house, blue shutters, and a big porch. I wanted this because I can do what whatever I like, and there's no limits, there's no all that kind of clashes with that wall, or there's none of that. And I'm focus. I'm not a beige house. I did my beige house. I've been there, done that. That was my last home. I want people to walk into my house and feel like they've just walked into a cute cozy grandma's B&B and just feel right at, like, you know, as a child, did you grow up in a beige house as a child? And I'm not talking these kids nowadays. No, I'm talking if you what's an age? I want to say born before 2010. I can guarantee you had some color in your house. Like, that's how I want it to feel. I want it to feel like my childhood again, just bright and, well, some parts of my childhood. Not all of it, but just colorful. So that's what we're working with. I've got a blue sofa, I've got these green and white striped armchairs, I've got all colored kitchen decor, and my bed is green, and my duvet, you know what I mean. So I can't wait for my house to be finished and just feel so cozy. Anyway, I just really rambling. See, this is why I'm going back on YouTube, because if I try to say all this in a reel, I will probably have to post about 100 reels to get it all out. But this is why I'm getting back on YouTube, so I can say all this. Anyway, my yeast and warm water, I've just got it in here activating, so I'm gonna leave this for 10 minutes, put my flour in, and then I'm gonna let that rise for about 3 hours. So in the meantime, I think I'm just gonna watch some vlogs and just relax. I do need to get editing, so maybe I should do that instead of procrastinating that. So I might bring my laptop in here and edit, but if I try and edit while I watch vlogs, I'm not gonna focus, so maybe I should just go sit down and edit. So let's do that instead. Okay, I decided to make myself a matcha before editing, and then by the time I was done with that, my yeast and water is ready for the flour. I don't really wait until it's bubbling. I know people do, but it's just fine how it is right now. So I'm gonna go ahead and just add my flour now so that it can start to rise. It's already 2 o'clock in the afternoon, so this should be ready to put in the oven around 5, which is perfect. It's really warm, guys. Like, I don't know why I'm in the sweatsuit. I really want it to be cozy. But it is like 31 degrees Celsius. I don't know what that is in Fahrenheit. I'll look it up. Wait, let me look it up right now. 31 to, for my Fahrenheit babes, it is about 88 degrees Fahrenheit. So it's quite warm in the house, honestly. But we're still determined to have our good cozy week. So I'm gonna add my flour. There is little measuring, so I think I'm gonna do maybe about 3. Maybe I'll do 2 full ones, which is about 500 grams of flour. So I'll put my camera down so you can see. Oh, I don't even have that much flour left. I like this, and it's a sphere. Okay, I'm gonna mix that in and see, or fold that in. Hey, so I finished my dough. As you can see, I went a little crazy. I ended up just adding more because I think I was gonna add my spices straight away, but then I thought that this is gonna rise in 3 hours, which makes me think that I'll actually have enough to do a savory loaf and a sweet loaf. So I'm gonna add my spices after, so that way once it's risen I can half it and put it into different tins, which would be really cute. So I don't know if I'm gonna do a sweet loaf or just leave it plain. When I say sweet loaf, I mean like I can put like jam, almond butter, hazelnut butter, things like that on it. When I say savory loaf, I mean that I literally wanted to add like savory spices to it. So I'm gonna put this aside for 3 hours, let it rise. Let me show you what it's looking like right now. It's pretty much like half the bowl, and then in 3 hours it should be fully risen and fluffy. So this is the before. We'll wait for the after. Look at the few things I thought would be fun just to see. Is my bread. I'm about to have the slice of the cinnamon and coconut one for dessert. So that's how she came out. The savory one, I got real lazy. You probably saw I got real lazy with kneading it, so she's a little bit lopsided, but it still looks really yummy. So let's try the sweet one. My bread came out. It smells really good. My little sauces that I thrifted. They're so cute. Do you want to see? Just nice and fluffy. I don't really like in pieces, so I'm gonna cut like a middle piece and then put some hazelnut butter on it. So cute. And it's a perfect size for my salsa. I love that. I'm gonna put my savory loaf on this blue plate. Like that. And then I'm gonna put my sweet loaf on the matching plate for my sausage. This plate. Perfect. So, these are my loaves of bread. They come out so cute. This is the hazelnut butter that I like to use. The Mavis. Let's see how it is with the hazelnut butter. I'm gonna eat my bread and watch some TV and then go to bed, so